for Juliana. So let's just close our eyes if we've not already. Let's put this up a little bit calmer. And just start to notice how your body's feeling. How does the body feel tonight? Wednesday night already, made it there, middle of the week. So check in physically. Any tightness, any tension you can feel straight away. And let's check in with the head. How are we tonight? You can move a little bit here. You can roll your forehead left to right. Notice your breath now as it is. Don't change it just yet. Okay, be still with your forehead, and we're going to take 3 breaths here. So take a deep breath in, and then a clearing breath. 2 more times, breathe in, and then breathe out. The beauty of being in our own space, we can make as much noise as we like. So let's do that one more time. Breathe in, and breathe out. Now close your mouth and start to breathe in and out through the nose. You don't need to be too aggressive with the breath, but it's just a good focus to breathe in and out through the nose. Now walk your hands now off your mat to the right hand side. Take your left hand over the top of that right hand and see how that feels. If it's too intense, you can always separate those hands. I want you to send your breath now down the left hand side of your body. Imagine you're opening up your ribcage there and you're focusing the breath there, so you're opening it up. Let's come back to center. We take the hands to the other side now, to the left. The right hand comes on top of that left. Sending the breath down the right hand side. And let's walk our hands back into center. We're pushing up now onto hands and knees. So in tabletop position, we're going to wag our tail. So left to right. And then as you do this, you're going to now drop the hips to the left, look right. Just intensifies it a bit. So look as far as you can to the back of your mat. And then go the other way. Drop the hips to the right. See if you can see your toes, your right toes possibly. And one more time. Hips to the left. See if you can see those left toes. Hips to the right. And then back to center. Circle your hips. Quite a nice idea to close down the eyes as you do this. Forget about what you look like. Tune into the body. And let's go the other way. Reverse the circles. Bringing ourselves back to center, and we're going to take our hands to the top of our mat and come into puppy pose. So the chest is going to come down, either your chin or your forehead. I prefer forehead. Feel it's a little bit easier to stay here, feels more comfortable. You choose. Focusing on that space there in between your shoulders and your chest, your heart space. Take one more breath here. And then let it go. We're going to walk our hands back into tabletop position. And I want you we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a massage. So we did this a few weeks ago, some of you. What we're going to do is we're going to use our left knee on our right calf. We're going to just bring it up and down very slowly. So you might find a tight spot, possibly, I think all of you will, the things that you do. So once you've found a little tight area, you can pause there and you can push a little bit more. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. Just a few more breaths. Reposition that knee, find another tight spot. And release. Now you're going to extend that right leg back, toes down on the mat. So as if you're trying to push that right heel all the way down, you're stretching down the back of your right leg, stretching into those calves. Okay, let's move to our left hand side. Take the right knee on top of the left calf. First of all, you just gently move it up and down. I'm sure all of you do your foam rolling. Joe's got videos for that. So just like you've got a foam roller now, up and down. And we're going to find a tight spot and we're going to hold it there. Breathe in and out. Let's move it a little bit further down perhaps and find another tight spot. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath. Well done. You're releasing, and we do that stretch now. So those left toes push down into the ground, and as if you're trying to push the left heel all the way to the ground. Okay, good. Release. Now I want you to turn your fingertips to face the knees. I'm just going to stretch into the arms a little bit. So you can push yourself back here so that you can feel this here into your forearms. We sometimes focus quite a lot on our legs in this class, but our arms, let's not forget those. They work really hard for us too. Good. Okay, those feet. Tuck the toes underneath and let's come into our toe stretch. So I couldn't do this one last week, so lucky you, I can now. So we're going to sit back, and if you want to bring anything here, you can, to soften it a little bit. You can have your hands wherever you want to, wherever feels most comfortable, and we're going to focus back to the breath. So I think I said that second toe and baby toe don't always want to go underneath, so you have to kind of help them out. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay with it. 2 more breaths in and out. 1 more time, in and out. Slowly bringing your hands down to the mat and just gently tapping those toes out. We're going to then come back with our hands behind us. So everyone does this slightly differently. You want to try and lift the knees a little bit away from the ground to stretch the front of your feet here, so your ankles. And you're going to, some of you might come back onto your forearms. Some of you might just be here and you can feel it already. Not long here now. So 3, 2, 1 more breath. Well done. Release, knees to the mat. hands ahead of you onto tabletop, tuck your toes underneath, maybe just wiggle those feet out if they feel a little bit stiff, and you're going to push back into down dog. So lift up into your first downward facing dog. I want you to, for the next few moments, just move in a way that your body wants you to move. Feel into your body this evening. Yes, I'm here. I'm here as a guide. It's you that knows how your body feels. Options would be moving the hips, pedaling out the heels, pushing some weight into the hands, one at a time. Okay, we're going to be still now in down dog. And take your left hand to reach for your right ankle. So hopefully you can get there. If you can't, maybe your hand is on the mat. You've got your ankle, look underneath that right shoulder. And release, switch sides. Take the right hand to the left ankle or just in front of the foot. And then release. We're going to turn our heels to the left and our toes to the right and hold it here. So you're stretching your left side. Turn the heels to the right, the toes to the left. And let's come back to center and look forwards and walk forwards now. We're coming into a ragdoll. Take your feet nice and wide, grab those elbows, come into ragdoll. Take your hands behind your back, interlace them, draw the palms together as best as you can, and then lift the arms away from the body. So we're going to look over our right shoulder, send our arms to the left. Come back to center, look over your left shoulder, arms go to the right. And then we come back, drop the arms down to the mat, bring your feet in together, tuck your chin to your chest, and now come up to stand. Let's come all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Interlace your fingers, push your palms up towards the ceiling, push the feet down, breathe in, and then breathe out, fall to your right hand side. We'll come back up as we inhale, and let's go over to the left. Okay, so reach back up, release the fingers up towards the ceiling and look up towards your fingertips. Take a breath here and then exhale as you fold. Halfway lift, look forward, draw those shoulder blades together. Hands to the mat now. We're going to step the left foot back, keep that right foot forwards. Okay, so the left heel pushes back, we're in low lunge. I want you to create just a little bit of movement here. Don't be too still. I'm going to show you this way around because it's a bit easier with the right foot forward. So forwards and back. Moving forward and then back. One more time. Come forwards and then back. And then take the right hand now on the inside of that right foot. Toe heel the right foot off the mat, drop the left knee to the ground. Keep those left toes tucked underneath for a moment. The hands can be flat, or if you find it easier, fingertips or a block. Just hold it here. We will move out of this and go a bit deeper in a moment. 2 breaths. One more. Okay, we untuck those left toes, and for some of you, you might like to come a little bit further down onto forearms, onto a block. Some of you might be happy to stay, or you might like to take that right foot onto its edge a little bit. So you have the option to just come down further or stay up. And we're going to hold it here now for 3. Always listen to your body. If it's too intense, if you've gone too far, back off a little bit. 2 more. You don't have to be still, you can move a little bit as well. 1 more breath. Okay, so we're bringing that right foot in now, toe heel it in, and take the right hand on the outside. So you're going to toe heel this right foot forward. We're coming into a half split. So our right toes are flexing towards us, that right leg is straight. If you're struggling here on fingertips, bring some blocks underneath the hands or some pillows just to lift you up a bit more. Take some breaths here. So breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. One more breath. Okay, let's come forward onto that right foot. We're going to bring the hands a little further forward so they're kind of in line with that right foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the left knee away from the ground, and then sweep the right leg all the way back. You're coming into a 3-legged dog, so that right knee bends. Lift it up towards the ceiling, circle that right ankle. Both ways. Okay, breathe in as you lift up. And let's come into our half pigeon. So we're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist. And we might use some props tonight under our glutes. Breathe in. Might use a prop under your head. Blankets, pillows, whatever works. Come down and then close the eyes. Again, a few breaths here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. One more. In. And out. Hands come to the mat now, so lift up the chest. Take your time. You come out as mindfully as you come into all of these poses. So tuck the back toes, lift the knee, downward facing dog. Shake out that right leg. Breath in and breath out. Looking forwards, and let's tiptoe. As we tiptoe forwards to the top of our mat, we stretch the back of those legs even further. We make a halfway lift when we arrive, and then soften and fold. Rise up, so push the feet into the mat, rise all the way up, and then bow forwards. Halfway lift, look forwards. Hands to the mat. Now we're stepping our right foot back and keeping our left foot forward. We're in that low lunge position for a couple of breaths. If you struggle to have that right knee up, you can bring it down if you wish. 2 breaths. One more. Okay, the left hand comes on the inside of that left foot. We're toe heeling our left foot off the mat. Hold it here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take the right knee to the ground. Keep those right toes tucked. Again, we just hold it for a moment. In, breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. Untuck the toes and we come to settle. So we might stay up here. We might use a prop to bring us a bit higher. We might come all the way down onto forearms. Don't do exactly as you did on the other side because the body is very different. You might take that left foot onto its edge so that you can really open up into your left side. take 2 breaths. One more. Good. We slowly come out of that by toe heeling the left foot in. So we toe heel it in and then we toe heel it forwards so that we can then straighten as best as we can. Now I always know that there's a slight bend in this knee because it's much tighter. So flex the toes towards you. Remember, you can use props under the hands as an option. So I'm going to show you that option. So it just lifts you up a bit higher. Breathe in. Breathe out. What I didn't show you on the other side, and I meant to, you could bring movement in and just windscreen wipe this foot as well. Some people like that, some people don't. 2 more breaths. I'll take 1 more. Good, so let's take the props away if they're there, and we're going to come forward onto that left foot. Bring the hands in line with the foot so that you can then tuck the back toes, lift the right knee and sweep back into a 3-legged dog. The left knee lifts up, the heel to the bottom, circle the ankle. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to bring the left knee forwards to the wrist for half pigeon. So we're setting ourselves up to get into a comfortable position, breathing in and then breathing out, coming forward. Closing your eyes once you're there. So by closing our eyes, we're able to turn off one of our senses, stop ourselves getting distracted, especially when we're in our own homes. We start looking around the room and seeing things that we maybe don't like, so close the eyes. 3 breaths. Two more. Breath here. Okay, bringing the hands to the mat, lifting up the chest, and then this time we're going to roll over to our left hand side. Take the legs out straight ahead of you. Let's just give them a little bit of a shake around. So we're going to come into a glute and a hip opener on the right side. So 2 options. First one is our double pigeon. So sorry, I know you're not mirroring me here. I'm not mirroring you. So our right shin is going to be on top. Okay, so your right shin is on top of the left. Sometimes helpful to bring pillows, blankets underneath, and it doesn't always work for everyone. So the second option is right shin in front. Okay, so right shin on top or right shin in front. And then in both of those, you're going to bring yourself forward. You should feel that into the glute and then a little bit into your hip as well. Use all the props you need. Make yourselves as comfortable as you can. And we'll take 3 long breaths together. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in. And we breathe out. Slowly, just walking the hands back in and bring the feet flat and just windscreen wipe the legs. Take the hands behind you and windscreen wipe the legs. We want to move to the other side now. So we're going to take our left shin on top or in front. Try them both out. It's very different for me. There's a huge gap there. So I'm going to close that gap with a blanket and maybe come forwards into. You never know the day that you're practicing what your body's going to do, what your body's going to feel like. Never presume that you're going in the same as you did last time. 3 breaths. Two more. One last breath here. Good, so you're going to slowly come up. Let's windscreen wipe those legs again, just gets rid of any bits of tension, left and right. And then we're going to come to extend the legs out ahead of us. So this is more of a restorative class, and if you've got blankets and pillows, you can always put, I haven't got my 2 pillows here, over there, so pretend these are 2 pillows, or you could use it, and I've sandwiched my legs in between if you want to. Now you don't have to, that's just an option. That's quite comfortable actually. So take the arms up. So inhale, relax the shoulders, and then exhale, bring yourself forward. Okay, so you might not take those toes, that's all right. It's okay to take a hold of the shins or the knees. I want you to relax now. Where do you feel this the most? Is it into the hamstrings? Is it into the calves? Is it the lower back? Maybe it's one side more than the other. Tune into your body now. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep going with the breath in and out. One more. Inhale. And then we exhale. Lifting up and unwrap yourself if you take the pillows away. And we're going to come now onto our backs. So hopefully you've all got a prop of some description. If it's a pillow, then you can roll the pillow up nice and tightly. We're coming into a supported bridge, and we're going to extend the legs out for most of us, as long as that feels okay. So supported bridge, always checking I'm not setting my hair on fire. So supported bridge. In this, you can stay if you want to, or we can extend the legs out. So what that does is that creates a real opening here in our hips. We can take the legs out wider. You can do what you wish with your arms. You might bring them onto the tummy. You might have them alongside you. You may even take them above the head. And let's focus back to the breath. Every exhale, you soften further and further onto that prop. Allow your prop to support you now. So breathe in. And then breathe out. Inhale. And then exhale. One more time, breathe in. And then breathe out. Just come into your own breath. We're going to stay here, but I want you to focus on your own breath for a few moments. Slowly lifting the hips, removing the prop, and windscreen wiping the legs once again, left to right. Come and settle in a reclined butterfly, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. We're going to take a hold of our strap now. So pop it onto the right foot. And if it's a loop, like this one is, you can put it over your head. Okay, so if it's looped, if it's not, then we just hold it here. We're going to get into our hamstrings for a few breaths before we then move to our IT band. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath in, breath out. One more in and out. Take the strap off the head if it's there. Bring it into your left hand. Everybody take the strap into the left hand. Send your right leg to the left so that you can feel this from your hip to the knee on the outside. Maybe there's a prop, a block that you want to rest the foot on. Two more breaths. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Slowly bringing that leg back to center and just allow the right leg to lie flat for a moment. Both legs are flat. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the strap onto that left foot. And you take the leg straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe there's a little bit of a bend into that left knee. Maybe even the right knee is bent. Loop it over your head if it's a loop. And we'll take 3 breaths. Two more. One more breath here. You slowly take the strap off the head into the right hand, and then maybe shift the hips to the left first. Send that left leg to the right, if you've got space to do that. Try to keep a gentle grip of that strap, not too much tension in your arm. 2 breaths. One more. Very slowly we come back to center. Put your strap to the side and then lie flat. Let's take a deep breath in. And then a clearing breath out. want us to come into a nice deep twist now. So bring your right knee into your body. Interlace the hands around the knee. So pull that knee in towards you. Breathe in as you do that. And then breathe out as you send the right knee to the left. Maybe even bending that left knee. And then turning your gaze to your right fingertips as you extend your right arm out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Let's inhale. And then exhale. Take your time to come back to center. And as you arrive, then shift those hips to the left. Draw your left knee in towards you. So interlace the hands around the knee. Pull in a little tighter as you inhale. And then exhale. Send that left knee over to the right. Extend your left arm and extend your gaze to your left fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Very slowly coming back to center. Set yourselves up now for your final rest. Legs extended, arms beside you, blankets on, eye pillows on if you have them. Let's take a breath in. Deep rest. The most important pose. Give yourself a break. Learn to appreciate yourself and others. Knowing we desire growth and improvement is one thing. Constantly driving ourselves and others is another. Maybe the answer isn't that we need to do better, try harder, push more. Maybe the answer is recognizing and appreciating how well we already do things and how hard we try, how much we have done and how well others are doing too. Pushing ourselves can become so habitual that we deny ourselves any feeling of satisfaction. No matter how well or how much we do, The urge to try harder, do better, do more keeps pushing us on, and it doesn't let us rest. We still feel it isn't quite good enough. If you've been pushing yourself that hard, you may need more than a coffee break. Take a real break. Give yourself permission to put that drive aside. Quiet that part of you that wants to do more, be more, and accomplish more. Learn to value how well you do things, even if no one else sees or appreciates your efforts. Applaud your own efforts and the efforts of those that you love. For today and for 1 week, instead of demanding more of yourself, tell yourself how well you've already done. For today and for 1 week, instead of demanding more from those around you, tell them they're doing well too. Tell yourself how well you do. You may discover you're doing better than you thought. Now, if you wish to stay here in your Shavasana a while longer, please do. I'll end the session shortly. If you wish to end your practice with me, just start to slowly move your physical body, the fingers and the toes, and then your head from left to right. And when you feel ready, take a full body stretch. Arms above your head, toes pointing forward. And bring your knees into your tummy, giving yourself a big Wednesday night squeeze. When you feel ready, once again, roll to your left hand side. Keep your eyes closed now and come to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And as we always do, just take a moment to once again check in. As you did at the beginning of your practice, check in with how you feel right now. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring your thumb knuckles to the middle of your forehead with a quiet mind and an open heart. We close this evening's practice together by saying Namaste.